In today's video, I'll be covering everything that you need to know to get started in the final expense telesales industry and with the right company and agency. So guys, let's just start off with a thumbs up, and I do recommend subscribing if you're new to the channel. We're putting out new insurance sales content and final expense sales training videos just like this dude every single week. First off, make sure you don't start off on the wrong foot by contracting with a multi-level marketing insurance agency. Do your research, do your due diligence. Make sure the people that you are thinking about working with or contracting under have testimonial videos on their website, and make sure that you do, some work Googling. They need to have lots of positive Google reviews. Do your due diligence. And guys, I'm not just saying the main upline, the main agency, but like the direct upline, the person who you're going to be learning from. And stick around at the end of the video. I'm going to show you how to get the free new agent telesales file with lots of important sales materials that you're going to absolutely want to use for your final expense presentation and sales process. Of course, there are two main options for anyone new to the industry. You can start off as an independent insurance agent, like right from the start, which will pretty much limit your training. And of course, you'll be expected to pay for leads, or you can go with a free lead program. And by the way, FYI, we do have both options at my agency. To me, if you're going to start off as an independent agent, since the failure rate is really high, that over 90-95%, my suggestion is to have I would say around $5,000 put aside to start your insurance business. And you better be okay with having a bad couple of weeks, because that's most likely going to happen right from the start. Most new agents quit as soon as they pay for leads and don't do as well as they hoped. It's that combination. I just spent all this money and it's not working. This is normal, and it's why we really want to have a hard shell and be prepared to do everything humanly possible to succeed. Either way, guys, the one thing that you should expect is to not have much income, if any, during your learning curve, during that first month or two. This can take time, and we all process things and learn at different rates of time. So whether you get on a free leads system where the training is really good, or you start off as an independent agent, expect to not have money coming in for at least, I want to say, maybe a month. Maybe 3 to 6 weeks. Between the contracting time and the time that it takes for your first sales commissions to come in, this can take a lot longer too. Don't say I didn't tell you so or warn you. Most agencies with a free leads platform will have better training, as they've got a lot of skin in the game. And they're investing into you before you even invest into yourself, financially that is. And with free leads comes better management, usually, not always, usually, with the better companies for sure. And I know that we expect our free leads agents to go through our week-long intensive training course before we even get them started. Once the training is over, the hard work begins. We monitor the agents and make sure they're actually doing things the right way. And that's key. A lot of agencies don't even monitor their agents. Not changing the sales presentation, putting in the dials, and cutting through the learning curve is all part of the process, along with ongoing training. I know that we do a training call every single day for agents on our platform, even with ongoing agents. Another thing to consider, and by the way, that's the free leads platform where we do the intensive training. Another thing to consider is whether you should start with a company who has their own product, like, Lincoln Heritage or Senior Life of Georgia. There's going to be pros and cons with starting out under these type of companies, but the one thing that I like is that you can always walk away from them. Anytime you leave an agency and go to a different agency, releases are involved. When you're using multiple products and carriers, and that's really the way to look at it. And that's what most independent agents do. That's why it's nice to just be able to leave, since you won't be selling that product again. Again, I'm talking about, Lincoln Heritage or Senior Life. And as far as the cons are concerned with those two companies, they often pay the agent a lower commission and have, in times, I want to say, product limitations. Not always, but it's not the same as having several carriers at your disposal or working with an actual brokerage. Telemarketed leads and telemarketed live transfers are basically going to be, I want to say, non-compliant is the right word, not illegal, but not compliant in January of 2025. So make sure you don't put yourself at risk. There's plenty of attorneys out there that make a living off of setting up booby traps. They do for insurance agents, especially life insurance agents. They're all over the place. What happens is if you get caught working a non-compliant lead by the wrong person, they're gonna sue you. They're gonna make your life miserable. They're gonna sue your upline, and they could potentially even sue the insurance carrier. If this happens and the carrier has issues with you, this can get seriously ugly. And I'm just leaving that out there. Don't say I didn't warn you. As far as being an independent agent right out of the gate, understand that there's several reasons why the failure rates for new agents is so high. Part of that is, I want to say, lack of training, that's accessible to the independent agents. And part is due to the fact that the agent really isn't ready for this. And what I mean is, if you're an independent agent, no one is really holding you accountable. I mean, you're independent. Think about the word itself. It's what it is. You're independent, so by definition, you're pretty much on your own island, and it's all up to you. Most people, when left to their own, do very little or pretty much next to nothing. When you've got someone holding you accountable, then things tend to be different. With our free leads program, if the agent isn't putting in the dials, if they're not putting in the work, or they're just not capable, we simply won't give them leads. I mean, I hate to say it, the system is expensive to run, so if you're not capable, we can't waste our money on you. But when the agent is doing the work, and they've got the work ethic, and they're making progress, we do everything possible to help them develop and cut through the learning curve and learning developmental process. Ask yourself, am I the type of person who, when left on my own, has a super strong work ethic? Or am I the type of person who is usually better off when being managed and actually held accountable by someone else? Guys, hopefully this video helps you to make the right decision for your final expense sales career. If you'd like a copy of the free new agent telesales file that I mentioned earlier in the video, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com. If you'd like more information on our free leads platform or the independent side where you can get like 20 to 30 preset appointments every single day, just email me at that same address. As always, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now get out there or get on that headset. Whatever you do, make sure that you do something good for someone else today. Happy hunting.